Hello everyone. Before we get started, if you enjoyed this video once it's done, please like and share. Also, if you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you cut on all notification bells so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. Thank you. If there's one thing I've learned, it's lust can be a man's biggest enemy. It can make a man do things that he's never done before. It can cause him to make the most dumbest decision or make the most dangerous decision. And looking back on what I went through, I have to ask myself, who was that guy? Because that was me. I was making dumb decisions, making dangerous decisions, all for a woman that I love. But this woman was not who she said she was, and that almost cost me my life. I was at a bar, and this was about 8 months ago. I was sitting there drinking and just on my phone, not really doing anything. It wasn't until a woman sat right next to me, and she started to just talk to me. "So, did your date stood you up?" I looked up quickly and I turned towards my right to see a beautiful, stunning woman talking to me. She looked at me with those green eyes and she had a very beautiful smile. Her smile was so bright that it almost could blind someone. She had tattoos on her, but the way the tattoos looked, it made it look really beautiful on her skin. Just couldn't really explain them. Not to mention, she had a nice figure and she was talking to me. I almost had to look back to make sure she wasn't talking to someone else. But then I realized she was talking to me. And I responded to her by telling her, "Oh, well, actually I don't have a date. I'm sitting here by myself." "Oh, really? A good-looking guy like you all by yourself? That should be a crime. If you'd like, I'll keep you company for the night. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Monica," Monica said to me as she extended her hands to shake mine. I shook her hands and I replied to her, "My name is Dwayne. Pleasure to meet you, Monica." Once we introduced ourselves, we began to talk. We talked about all sorts of things, but I can't really get into it because I don't remember what it was we talked about, because the drinks kept on pouring and both me and Monica were getting really drunk. We were laughing, we were goofing around, and that's when Monica asked me a question that I feel like was the start of me just being someone that I wasn't. And looking back on this, I really scared myself because I was really a different person when I was with her. But she pulled out a bag and she asked me, "Hey, look, so have you ever done drugs before? I got some shit in here that'll make us feel really good. Even though we're having a good time, this will turn up our night 1,000 folds. I got Xanax and heroin. You want to try some? It's a mixture of both." Now, in my normal state of mind, I would have told her no right off the bat. But I was drunk, I was blinded by Monica's beauty, and I was just intrigued by her. So I replied to her by telling her, "Fuck it, let's do it." Me and Monica headed into the bathroom and we mixed that stuff and we decided to snort it up in our nose. Once we got done with doing that, I can already feel the euphoria from the drug. So did Monica. We started to laugh and then we ordered us more rounds of drinks. "Hey Monica, you know my place is not that far from here. If you wanna, head back to my place, you don't even gotta ask." "Sure." Immediately, once we got to my place, let's just say that we had fireworks going on. That's all I'm gonna say. I think a lot of you get the picture. And afterwards, the next morning, as you guessed, I felt like crap. I had loads of drink, I was doing a little bit of drugs, and I don't know, I just felt like complete garbage. I ran into the bathroom and I started to hurl as I was puking up all the liquor that I had the night before. Monica was still there. She was laying in my bed. She woke up and she asked me, "Oh, wow, you doing okay?" "Yeah, I'm doing fine," I said to her after walking out of the bathroom, feeling like I just puked up my guts. Afterwards, me and Monica sat at my kitchen as I began to make breakfast. Once I made breakfast for her and for me, we sat down. And even though we were more sober, I still felt intrigued by her. And she liked me as well. We kept on talking. And then after that, let's just say more fireworks happened. And then after that, more fireworks happened. I think that's the best way I can put it. Afterwards, Monica left. And I started to miss her actually. But I figured that I was never going to see her again and that was a one-time thing. But boy, was I wrong. Matter of fact, I really wish it was a one-time thing. But a few days later, I received a knock at my door. I opened it and I was taken aback by who I saw. It was Monica. Monica, what are you doing here?" "It's weird, we haven't talked to each other in about 3 weeks after you were here last time." I know, this is so awkward. Look, my parents, they kinda kicked me out of the house, and I do have a job, but I have to put some more money away to save up to get my own place. I was wondering if I could stay with you, just for a little bit. It will only be like for a month, I promise. I won't cramp your style, I won't get in the way. And plus, I really liked spending time with you a couple of weeks ago. I really enjoyed that, and maybe I hope we can do it again without asking questions. And God, I wish I had to ask questions, and I should have really done more research on why she was kicked out of her parents' house. But without any questions, I told her she could stay at my place for a month. And she was excited. Afterwards, she came in and brought her bags, and she made herself felt like she was at home. A couple of days later, everything was all right. I actually kind of grew accustomed to having another human being live with me. And eventually me and Monica got close. While that was happening, I found myself getting more addicted to drinking and doing drugs, which again, that was not me. Eventually, me and Monica did become a couple, and we were good for the first couple of weeks, but then the falling out started to happen. She started to steal my card and use money from it. I had to miss work because she would do dumb things, and she would constantly just take money from me, destroy my stuff in my apartment, caused me to get in trouble with my landlord. It got bad to the point I gave Monica a 30-day notice. I don't get it, Dwayne. Why are you kicking me out of the house? I don't have nowhere to go. Why are you so heartless? Don't do this to me. I'm doing this because I tried with you, Monica. You dirty up my stuff. You don't clean up after yourself. You steal my money. You always go broke. I gotta keep bailing you out, spending money on you. My finances are not good, and you're causing me to almost go bankrupt. And I don't want to lose this apartment. I don't want to lose my car. You got to go, Monica. Just get out, please. I said to Monica, frustrated because everything I was going through right now would have never had happened had I not met her. And to make matters even more worse, I did some more research on her, and it turns out she has kids that she never told me about, and she has custody of none of them, and that was a major red flag. And to think that this woman talked to me about wanting to have kids with me, I'm so glad I saw that immediately, because this would have been a major problem in our relationship. Afterwards, she left, and I thought that'd be the last time I would hear from her again. But I was wrong. Something had happened, almost cost me my life. I was sitting home working, and I was doing something on my laptop. I was taking care of my final notes I had to make for my job. Then afterwards I was done. While that happened, I heard someone knocking at my door. I got up and I looked through the peephole and I rolled my eyes and I cussed at myself because it was Monica. I opened the door, and as I was about to say something to her, 3 guys came into my apartment fast. and then one of them put a bag over my face, and I smelled something. I don't know what it was, but it smelled like chemicals, and that's the last thing I remember. When I woke up to an empty household. Well, my furniture was there, but all my valuables, my electronics like my laptop, my iPad, my TV, my phone, watch, etc. were all gone, including some clothes as well and some shoes. As I was about to get up, I felt this intense pain on me. Well, it was everywhere. It felt like someone beat me up. Afterwards, I called the police and I told them about what happened. I also told them about the stuff that was stolen. Afterwards, the cops took my statements and they left. Afterwards, about a couple of weeks later, they never called me back. I think eventually they just forgotten about the case and what happened. But I didn't feel comfortable staying at that apartment. I moved because I didn't want her or her goons to come back and do something else to me. Or worse, possibly could kill me. I made a huge mistake getting involved with Monica, and I never knew nothing about her. If I had to guess why she done what she done, there's 2 reasons. 1, to get back at me for kicking her out of my apartment, or 2, maybe she owes drug money, because Monica was a drug addict. And even though I'm not a drug addict, I regret taking those drugs that Monica gave me the first time we met. It was a huge mistake. I lost a lot of my valuables, and some of those stuff had some things on there that was precious to me. I never get those back. Eventually I moved out of that apartment. I moved somewhere else. And 8 months later, I'm doing alright. I'm recovering still after having all my stuff stolen, but I'm recovering and I get back to where I was before I met Monica. I learned a very valuable lesson. I will not move so quick to hop in no relationship, especially with a woman I met at the bar who offers me drugs. Nothing never comes good from that relationship.